Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Scorpio. Hi Scorpio. Welcome to your July of 2015 Tarot Scope with Animal Totem. I know it might look a little different. I'm shooting some of these at night. I'm trying to get all this stuff done so I can get these posted for you guys. So hopefully the lighting's good enough that we can see what's going on here. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune just flipped out in that one too. I think it would go this way. There's a lot happening in July astrology. There's this Venus Jupiter. I don't know. There's too many there. I'm not going to take them. This Venus Jupiter thing. So if you're Scorpio rising, like I am actually, you might be hoping for some kind of big career thing. Yeah, a lot of astrologers always say Sun conjunct Jupiter's the luckiest day of the year, and Venus conjunct Jupiter. That's really cool too. And the Sun will be following right up. So it's some shift. It's a shift in the energy that we've been in. Kind of been in the muck for a while. And now it could be, what's that song I'm hearing? Sunshine, sunshine, lollipops and rainbows everywhere. That's it. Oh, that's one from the archives. Sunshine, lollipops and rainbows every day or everywhere. So that's what I was hearing for you guys. Okay, Scorpio, let's have a look here. By the way, this is the Hanson Roberts deck. People were asking about it, so that's what it is. And current wait time on a reading is about 3 weeks. I'm going to start announcing this. So people are always, a lot of people have been wanting these rushed readings lately, and it's just like I'm doing the best I can to keep up. I try not to wake your wait time too long, but right now we're about 3 weeks, so that's what it's going to be if you order a reading. Okay, so let's take a look at this chart. Not this chart, the spread. Wheel of Fortune, it flew out of the deck, so that's good. Now, Wheel is, well, it's fate and destiny. It's unexpected encounters. And you know that this Venus-Jupiter, all this Leo stuff I was talking about, it is trining Uranus, too. So there can be an unexpected element of surprise involved. And with Wheel, sometimes things will just shift and turn on a dime. I feel like I want to tell you guys that Wheel is telling me that you're really in a better place now. You're really on your path so much more. Maybe there was some things you had to go through to jolt you off of, from where you were and align you back up with where you're supposed to be going. But I think some of these things have occurred, and you're finally back on track. And Wheel is too like your highest potential. And when the wheel is up, it's cyclical, and it's like biorhythms. Even it could be compared to where the wheel is down, things are down. The wheel goes up, things go up. But it's also, I've been so into these alternate realities lately. I had this intense dream just a little while ago here, and it's like I want to say you're on like there's different levels. And some levels, things could be really screwed up and messed up, and these different levels of, your ultimate potential or something like that. And I think with the wheel being up, it's telling us you're on track to one of your highest potential. This jackal, actually, I believe it is really standing out to me too. So I was thinking of that as Egypt. I mean, some of you may want to take it a little further and look up jackal, animal totem or something. But that's really standing out to me on that card. So things are looking up with Wheel, that's for sure. And it does seem like there's been some stuff going on. Well, the other thing with Scorpio is, that Saturn has gone back into 29 degrees of Scorpio. So there is like this karmic clearing going on for everybody, but especially Scorpios, because that's the sign that it's moved back into. So there could be some little more of this little bit of rumblings coming up of this kind of stuff, because you do have this Ten of Swords in reverse, though, mind you, and the Five of Rods, and then up here also this Chariot in reverse, which means not being able to get to where you want to be, and but it's talking about this Five of Pentacles in reverse is actually kind of a good thing. Like you're getting past that, so something. You're maybe not where you want to be in life yet, or it could be more mundane and like, oh, maybe a trip got canceled or something like that, because it is chariot journey travel. Oh, the dog might be starting up. The other dog's outside are barking. I hope not. But chariot in reverse says usually means that something didn't happen. And then this card follows. This card in reverse is good. It's like coming out of shaking it off. I just feel like I want to tell you guys that, like, you're shaking off the funk. You know, there's this mucky, funky stuff all around, and it's like things are kind of starting to look up. Right in the center of the spread, we have the Six of Rods. That is a really great card. That is the victory, the triumph. That sun behind there, the sun shining on you, and it aligns with the King of Rods, which is, you know, fire. And all we're talking about is Leo, which is fire. But also the sun will move into Leo on the 22nd of July. But July 1st, we have the full moon, and we have Venus conjunct Jupiter. That's the day. So these are things that are happening early in the month, you know, with this Leo energy. This could be an actual person who may help you, though. Could be that, you know. Could be a fire sign person, Leo, Aries, Sag. They could be showing up during these fire times. The fire people are people of action. You know, they're doers, they're go-getters, making things happen. I notice him, how he looks at this Ten of Swords in reverse. And when I'm looking at this card, it's like these eyes are just, there's beams of light almost peering out of these eyes staring at this Ten of Swords in reverse. So I almost, well, that could be a Scorpio trait too, how you guys, you really get to it all. You know, you really get to the bottom of it. And like the Scorpios have those penetrating X-ray eyes, and they can see through everybody's facades and everybody's stuff, you know, and see the true. You know, many of you are psychic, and you just get to the core of the issue. And that's what I feel like this guy's doing. And again, it could be guy, girl, whoever in these readings. One of the things I've been saying, too, about the king, it's you know, get rid of gender, no female, male, whatever. But the king has a certain degree of mastery. You don't get to be a king and not know anything. You know, and it's a succession. You start as the page and the knight and the king, and by the time somebody reaches king status, they've really, you know, they're a more developed person, they're more mature, they're more seasoned veteran. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up about this. But looking at this Ten of Swords in reverse, and they could be, oh, maybe he or she has been through some pain themselves, but I think that they see this. They know this about you, or I mean, this could even be like some sort of counselor or somebody, possibly. You know, that you go and talk to, and they help you they make you feel better. It could be like that. It doesn't even have to be a counselor. Here's what I want to say. They definitely make you feel better. I mean, maybe it's a love, but I don't have any love cards around, if you know. There's no cups, really. So, but I'm not ruling out love, and I feel like this person, there's a positive thing about it. Or, you know, if this is, because there's some pentacle cards, and this is more about like status and success, really. It's a lot of what this is. And this Leo stuff in your 10th house is like status and success. So it almost feels like that's the area we may be focused toward. But it's almost like maybe they see everything, you know, they've been there. They've definitely been there. So maybe they've been hurt too, and they help you. But maybe there's been, you know, maybe some of you had to do something financially, like close a business, or, you know, file bankruptcy, or, you know, let a house go or something. And it's like they've been there. It could be like that. But it's a help. And it's fiery, it's Leo. It could be no later than the 22nd, but it could be right in those first few days there. A decision has been made. It's going to be made, too. And it's this wise counsel thing about this, too. The Hermit, well, the Hermit could be saying, yeah, let's just wait and see. That always is part of the energy of the Hermit, for sure. But also the Hermit is the wise counsel. And it could be an attorney. A lot of times it is an attorney. You know, but it's just what I was talking about. Somebody who has a level of mastery. You know, the wise person, the wise elder, the king, you know. There's some decision to be made, and then there's this, like, I don't know if you can see, that's little, that's like a quarter moon standing out to me on that thing there. Let me just grab this astrology thing and I'll tell you. There's a quarter moon on the last quarter moon on July 8th. And then there's going to be one more, a first quarter on the 24th. There's going to be a first quarter moon on the 24th in Scorpio. And I rarely ever look up those quarter moons. I think I was totally supposed to tell you that. At Pacific time, it's going to be on the 23rd and then 24th for Eastern time, U.S. times there. So that quarter moon could, in your sign, towards the end, it's a couple days after the sun goes into Leo. That's around that time, that 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Some things could be really happening at that time. Some decision could be made. It may be an outside person making the decision, and that it affects you in a real positive way. But it could also be maybe you just make a decision. Because that's where it always is going to start anyway. It's you making a decision, you changing your course, you going in another direction. Not something that would be made, and it's not going to be a rash decision, not made. There's definitely an element of thinking things through, wise counsel, enlightenment, the hermit being here. But after much careful deliberation, I'm hearing. But again, it sounds like court, and some of you, this might be court. This could be a lawyer. But to me, it's also just could be within yourself, But some decision is going to be made that could change, and I'm feeling like you're just feeling better than you have in a while. That's the bottom line here. There are cards of struggle. You're struggling. You're carrying a heavy load on your back. There could be some financial things that were tight or didn't quite work out the way you wanted. But ultimately, these are looking pretty nice here, Scorpio. Wheel is up. Wheel is up for you. The karmic has been paid too. That can also be that 29 Saturn going back into your sign there for a minute. So let's go ahead and take a look over here. What do we got going on for Scorpio with your animal totem card? Oh, one fell on the floor. I'm tempted to use that. I always go with, I'm going to use it. It fell out of the thing and it fell on the floor. So I watch other people's readings too. It drives me crazy. They're shuffling. These cards are flying out of the deck and they go, oh, the card flew out of the deck. And they put it right back in. It's like, that's spirit telling you to use that card. Or, oh, the card fell on the floor. And they pick it up and put it back in the deck. So, and if I were reading you personally and the card flew on the floor, I would have grabbed it. It's totally the one. Okay, last month I was trying to put the cards up in here and it was really hard. So I'm going to put the image on later. We're going to do a little editing. But you got Dragonfly. Dragonfly says, inhabiting two worlds at once, air and water, day and night. Multidimensional travelers bring healing and light. Protectors of the realm, lifting the veil of consciousness. These are just so, dragonflies are so cool and so magical. And I didn't really know that they're not everywhere. Or lightning bugs too. I didn't know that they weren't everywhere. I thought they were everywhere in the world. You just take it for granted. But I've had many magical things happen with dragonflies. More than once I've had swarms of them. One of them swarmed me at the lake and I feel like they healed me. And then I had a swarm in my backyard once too. So, and they do travel in swarms and eat mosquitoes or something. I found out later. I mean, there's always a scientific explanation for it all, but it was always so magical and they're so shimmery and cool and they're just so... I just love dragonflies. But they have this mystical and this multi-dimensional quality to them. And that's kind of like what the Hermit I was saying. The Hermit is enlightenment. He has a Merkaba in his thing here. He's not just about, oh, I'm a hermit, I'm staying in. The Hermit is very mystical, very magical card. And you Scorpios, like I said too, are real, you're into that. A lot of you are, and a lot of you have some natural ability in that area. The best psychics I've ever known have been Scorpios. I'll tell you that right now. It's the ones that have really had the gift and really been accurate have been Scorpios. I've known so many readers over my years of mingling in those circles. But anyway, so Dragonfly. Take a minute, look at the card. Does anything on here, does it stand out to you? What's standing out to me right now is the rainbow on the top there. But, take a minute to look at it. It was my intention when I created these cards that there would be messages for you in it. So take a second, look at it. And as always, if you get confirmation, if you see one, whether it's in print or on your phone or on the TV or on a billboard, You know, that's totally confirmation. And secondly, I love to hear that. I love to get, those are my favorite things for the comments. So if you do see a dragonfly, feel free to leave in the comments. I get a kick out of it. Okay, stay tuned. I got a few new things to tell you about. I'm sorry this light is a little different at night. Hopefully it's not too much glare, and this is going to come out pretty good for everybody. But stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Hi everyone, before we go, I wanted to let everyone know that I've signed up for Patreon. So if you want to, I mean, you can still donate through PayPal and through Google Wallet. But if you enjoy all the free content that I post every month, you can sign up to Patreon, and it's just my name, patreon.com/VickiVerley. If you go on my main channel under the About section, you'll find all that. You know, there's a link to Patreon and everything else, how to order a mandala, how to get a reading, prints, everything that's available. And of course on Amazon, if you're learning how to read tarot from these videos, you know, you can order my book, Tarot in the Modern World. It's less than $10, very reasonable. And everything is on this Order the Mandala page. If you can't find anything else, go to the Order the Mandala page. And there we have everything. My deck, the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards is there. You know, the charts, the reports, and make a donation through PayPal. So I really do appreciate all your support. You know, it's a labor of love, but it does take up quite a bit of time to get all these readings out to you guys every month, and any little bit definitely helps. Also on my main page, you can check out some of my other channels on the home section. I've got a link to some of my other stuff here. You know, this is Vivi Creator Shorts. It's my keyboard station. And if you have small children, I have the Vicki Verley channel, which is learning songs for kids. Okay, I want to thank you all for donating and liking and sharing and commenting and subscribing to my channels. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.